Christopher Titus, and this is the Armageddon update. Hey, anything happened last couple days? Because, I don't know, it feels like something happened.
I'm back!
You know, like something totally unbelievable. Like American citizens voted for a man who said he would be a dictator on day one. A man who has to pay an $81 million judgment for rape and has 34 felony charges with 58 pending. A man who was best friends with a pedophile. 1 million died on his watch because he couldn't handle a pandemic after he shut down the pandemic response teams worldwide. Yeah, he talked about getting even with his detractors, and he talked about people who came out against him. He actually said that Liz Cheney needed guns trained on her, pointed right in her face. Over half of Americans voted for him to be president. Yeah, the guy who tanked the economy and wanted you to inject disinfectant. Half of my country think, that's a good idea. Good game, everybody. You know, we are purely lost now in America. Mike Judge, the prophet who predicted the dumbest society was on its way in his, well, I guess now it would be a documentary, Idiocracy, predicted that we would have an inept president who did not understand economics and did not understand what words mean. He nailed it. This feels biblical, but not the good, fun, Jesus took us go-karting and mini golf parts of the Bible. The weird part is, this doesn't change who he is. He's still called soldiers, suckers, and losers. He still tried to end democracy on January 6th. He had 40 of 44 people who worked in his cabinet said he was the worst. A danger to society. John Kelly, his chief of staff, called him a flat-out fascist. He tried to get his vice president hung. He called Hispanics rapists, drug dealers, and thieves. And guess what? Those Hispanics voted for him in huge numbers. You know, the people that he took from their families and put them in camps? They voted for him. I don't think the Jews for Hitler coalition is very big, but Latinos for Trump. Don't remember any Hispanics at his rallies either. Hell, his rallies were half or three-quarters full. So the incredibly qualified black woman, the vice president of one of the best economic and social recoveries since FDR, lost. I mean, was this because eggs were expensive? Because gas was high? Does it seem weird to anyone else? Today, you're going to have to face that America has taken a dark turn. A man who talked about a country that he called a garbage can just a few days ago. He also said that he wanted to terminate the Constitution, he wanted to ban books, and that women should be punished for getting an abortion.
Perhaps I'd be dead.
And Americans voted for that. What have we learned? Well, we learned that at its core, America, a country built on the tenets of amazing documents, the Constitution and the Bill of Rights, that says all men and women are created equal, that all races are created equal. And we learned America doesn't want to be that anymore. And they sure as hell can't elect a black woman. God, no. He said he's going to start mass deportations. You think food got expensive then? Wait until there's no one to grow or pick it.
They're eating the dogs.
And you know, people, we're a nation of immigrants. If you live here, your people came from somewhere else. We're all immigrants. Trump's mother was an immigrant. His grandfather was an immigrant. I mean, unless your name is Flies with Eagles or Snuggles with Ferrets, your people came here from somewhere else.
China?
This guy said he wants to stop immigrants and immigration. He wants to deport millions. I'm going to give you a quote about immigration. If we ever close the door to new Americans, our leadership in the world would soon be lost. That was Republican Ronald Reagan said that. Trump said he's going to be a dictator on day one. And MAGA America said, cool. What's a dictator?
I love the poorly educated.
So I'm going to close today with one last quote. And this is from one of our founding fathers. And it is really for all of you 15 million Democrats that didn't show up to vote. And those that voted for the elderly, dementia-addled, inept, illiterate, bankrupt, racist. Twice. Thomas Jefferson said, the government you elect is the government you deserve. Good game, everybody. I'm Christopher Titus, and this is the Armageddon Update. I've never been more disgusted with my country in my life.
Former President Trump has been called as the next president of the United States.
Guys, don't miss Christopher Titus's brand new comedy special, Doomed to Repeat, and Rachel Bradley's new special, Beauty for Ashes, on tour now. This weekend, November 16th in Derry, New Hampshire, and November 17th, East Greenwich, Rhode Island. For more tickets and tour dates, go to ChristopherTitus.com.
Hey everybody, Christopher Titus, Titus Podcast. Ray is across the country with her sister in D.C. right now. She's going through some stuff right now. But with me, as always, we had a guest. With me was the Highlander. Say hi.
Hi.
No. But we have a special guest, a good friend of mine for many years, over 20 years. We worked on the amazing Titus show together. Ladies and gentlemen, David Shatraw.
Hello, hello, hello.
Yeah, your camera's right there.
Oh, there it is. Hello, hello, hello.
Okay, so let's get to this. Well, I just got to tell you, I was wrong. I was 100% wrong. I thought it was going to be a rout. I thought we were going to lean towards the future, not go back to the 1830s. And so congratulations to all you Trump voters. Your guy won, and you deserve whatever he does.
Slow clap.
Slow clap.
Yeah.
All right, everybody, put your MAGA hats on. Smoke
Smoke
them if you got them.
Here's what, and look, we talk about this almost every week on the podcast. We talk about how is it possible that these people continue to like this guy when, you know, Joe Biden had a son that wasn't in government and he was addicted to crack and he did some shit when he was on crack, and they took that guy to fucking task for 3 years. And whatever he did, it's Hunter's fault, Hunter's laptop. This guy, best friend was a pedophile. He was raped by a woman who said he was that he raped her when she was 13. She sued him. It's one thing after the other.
This is like
shithole countries. It's like, I don't want to list it again. You're right, because
these are like propositions that everybody just voted yes for.
Yes.
Yeah.
Rape, yes.
Rapist.
Rape.
Yes. Check.
Yes. Fascist.
Yeah. Dictator on day one. Dictator. You sure it's going to be day one? Because if it's day two.
Grab him by the pussy twice.
Yeah, double check. And we
just a double check.
And they went for it. And then Hispanics, you got to remember, the day he started his campaign 9 years ago, he said they're sending their rapists, they're sending their criminals, and assume some are good people, which means he didn't know any.
No.
We were just talking about, he doesn't know any
Bunch of bad
Hispanics. So then at his rally, they said that Puerto Rico was a shithole and it was a garbage, a floating island of garbage. And Latinos came out for him big. And I'm watching the news today, they're analyzing, what could she have done better? And I'm like, stop. She had 100 days. She fucking didn't make a misstep. She didn't make a misstep in the whole fucking area. What you have to get involved is that you motherfuckers on the media, you made him seem normal.
Right, they normalized him.
You kept saying, you didn't get up every day and go, he's got 32 convictions. He's got 58 more pending. He's got to go to trial. This guy's a criminal. He had top secret documents. Now let's see what he's doing on his campaign. They never said it. They just treated him like he was a normal candidate.
Also, the fact that Merrick Garland didn't jump, that this took so fucking long to really bring some fucking justice to him. Was already too late because he already got a foothold again.
Was a problem. Right. Well, right now we're not sure exactly what we're going to do.
You're exactly right. But also talk about just beating a dead horse. How many times do you have to say to somebody, he's got 34 felony convictions. He raped this, was settled out of court, paid off a porn star. It's like one after another. And it's every day.
He was indicted by the Nixon administration. This doesn't just go back 9 years. This goes back to the fucking Nixon administration. He actually tried to took out a page ad to try to get the Central Park Five killed.
Back when I was in New York.
Yeah. He tried, and they were DNA proved that they were innocent. And so what bothers me is that, besides all of it, is that we are now in a place where people don't think it through.
Yeah.
People think one thing: eggs are expensive. Well, eggs are expensive because the avian flu ripped through all these dairies and fucking killed all the chickens. They had to kill all the chickens. That's why eggs are expensive. Gas is expensive. Gas prices when barrels of oil were $108, gas was $3.20 in California. Now it's $76 a barrel and it's $4.80.
Right. Yeah.
Gas companies have done the highest profits in their history in the last 2 years. And they did it to make sure everything's were expensive so they could get their guy to get tax cuts. And that's what Trump's going to do. Do you think he's going to help you? Because he's not.
No.
And I've seen this in the comments, there's the large part of the MAGA movement that likes his attitude and his vengeance and his vitriol towards the left and the liberal elites. Because I see comments on our channel that say, I'm just going to vote for Trump because I like that he's making you guys cry. Like they like seeing other people punished and in pain.
Well, it's what you said last week. So we did this thing at the end where he kind of does these fun facts, and he found out that they did MRIs on conservatives and then liberals, and they found out that that when they ask them the same question, different parts of their brain activate. I think in liberals, it's the creative, like analytical mind.
It's so something cortex, ACC.
Yeah. But it's like it's
Google
it's analytical mind, and then the other side, it's the primal, it's the lizard brain where they're like, fuck them,
the amygdala.
Yeah, and so they tracked it. They would ask them questions and watch, and it would fucking. So what these people, and maybe it's as simple as this. People get to this place in life where they're like, my life sucks. I'm not making good money. I'm always on the losing end of this. I can't seem to make shit come together. Whose fault is it? Well, now my life, I've been taught it's my fault. My father taught me it's my fault. If your life ain't working, get off your ass and do something. A lot of other people have been taught, and Trump steps into this where he's like, it's their fault. Yeah. And this is through history. This is not a new thing. This goes back to Hitler. This goes back to every fucking society. It's from the beginning of humanity. It's their fucking fault. Let's get them. And then they get them, and then they realize that, oh shit, life didn't change. Well, whose fault is it? It's their fault.
Now, that is a far right method, because it used to be the middle center right used to be, it is your fault. Pull yourself up by your bootstraps, less government. We got to, it's all about, individual, whatever, sovereignty, whatever. Far right it's them.
Right. But until these people start, you said you were going to help us, and they're like, it's your fault. Pick yourself up by your bootstraps.
Well, it's like we're the land of the haves and the have-nots. And I think definitely through social media and everything in the last 20 years, all of a sudden, the only people that you actually saw that had stuff was when you watched literally the lifestyles of the rich and famous, how the other half lived. Now on a daily basis, when you see people living a much better life than you are, even though it's fake and it's generated on social media to make their lives look better, people inherently just, their ego inflates and they're like, I want what they have. Why don't I have what they have? And it's so I'm going after the people who have, because they suck. They're keeping it all and I want it and they're not sharing it, which is what Trump appealed to in 2016. Because the issue that I had with him in 2016, I knew him from New York, but he was basically a real estate tycoon buffoon. But he failed at everything. He failed at everything. Like, and he was almost a walking joke because
in New York, right? Yes. He was a joke in New York.
Yes, because he put his name on a building like you label your lunch bag in middle school. It's like, that's mine, So he was always that kind of Hollywood wannabe, thought he was bigger than he really was. But then all alongside of it, he wasn't paying his taxes. Number of banks wouldn't lend him money anymore because he would, not pay the loans back. He had to go to international. This was all documented in the New York Times and Daily News. He was just kind of an idiot. So in 2016,
he's not kind of. I mean, we could just play 15 hours of shit.
But he wasn't being taken seriously in anything else that was, considered like politics, but he doesn't belong in politics. In 2016, when he won, which freaked everybody out because no one was ready for him, the obvious thing was that he was so underqualified. I looked at him like the Wizard of Oz. He was the guy going, "What are you doing in my kingdom?" But it was the people behind the curtain that were running the show. Trump was the figurehead. Yeah. Here, sign this. Yeah. Here, because always make a thing about signing and then showing, look at the bill that I passed. Yeah. And like you had said, whose fault is it? When things went well, look what I did for you. When things didn't go well, it was their fault. Yeah. It's the crazy liberal left. I am not responsible for anything that goes bad. I'm responsible for everything that goes good.
Said that in the midst of COVID. Would you change anything about your presidency? No, I think it's perfect. What would you give your rating? A plus?
A plus.
They're stacking bodies in fucking trucks.
Yeah, you can hear it's the beep beep going off of the refrigerator trucks.
Oh, God damn. So we are at a place now where we get this guy. And look, the first time I get it, at first I'm like, all right, you guys saw him on TV. He's soaked in. You guys got Manchurian candidated by this guy. I had done a bunch of research when he was running, and that's when we started the pod. That's when the podcast became from ironically named Armageddon Update to, oh shit, it's really the Armageddon Update. And I did research on him, and he's a loser. He fucked up. He couldn't sell steak, water, or alcohol. He's like vodka. Casinos, he blew up 4 casinos, which is how do you fuck up a casino? And there's no successes. There's no successes. What he's good at, and his father told him, and Roy Cohen, who was his mentor, basically said, never deny everything, never apologize for anything, and always say things are going great, even if the house is on fire. No, it's not. It's fine, and keep saying it. Yeah. And that's what he does, and it works. And it's Goebbels, and it goes back to Hitler, and it goes back before Hitler. It's Goebbels. It's like say, and also accuse the other side of what you're doing. And that's what worries me a little bit about the voting, because all the polls had her up by between 1 and 3 points outside the margin of error. She lost by 3. Hillary was up 3 and lost by 3. But we just found some interesting thing, and I'll play it for you in a bit. Maybe Ken will put it up there. We found out that the vote totals are crazy low. Now, this is probably, and everybody told you this, and they meant it, and you guys didn't buy it because they fucking say it every time. This is the most important election in your lifetime, right? Yeah. And I don't think in the 2 years you're going to figure out what you're going to go, oh shit, they weren't kidding. Yeah. Problem is they say it every time. We found out while we were looking at it, the vote totals. Democrats voted by 15 million less people. 15 million less Democrats voted. That's had you voted, we would actually be sitting in a different world right now.
Yeah. Shocking.
Yeah. You know why? Same thing happened with Hillary. And I said this as we were talking. When Hillary was running, she was ahead by 3 points outside the margin of error. Okay? Everybody went, oh, there's no fucking way they're going to elect this clown. Yeah. There's no way they're electing this moron, right? There's no way. Right, I'm good. It's good. We got this. And they went to work, or they went and played video games, or they did what they're going to do. She lost. That happened again. I also believe that we're an incredibly misogynistic country. And we can go over which groups voted crazy, but Latinos bother me the most because he hates you. He fucking hates you.
Oh, yeah. And the bros came out.
Because of Rogan?
Yeah. Definitely. Trump was on the Joe Rogan podcast, then JD Vance, then Elon Musk, like back to back to back.
It's weird for me to watch these incel, like weaklings do, and not Rogan. Rogan's legit. Rogan's a legit martial artist. Rogan's a badass. Rogan's also very, very, very opportunist. Rogan knows what he wants. I've talked to him a couple times. He fucking knows what he wants. But these other guys that follow it's even like Stephen Miller. Stephen Miller, he said something in an interview. He goes, all these beta males. Beta males? It's beta males, asshole. Do you even fucking know what you're talking about?
Get it right.
And now we're to this. Now we're to like, okay, let's talk about, the first time Trump did something, everyone advised him, look, you got to get some people that know government. Get them in there. Kelly, Bill Barr. They had all these people, and all those guys have bailed on him. They were like, Mike Pence, fuck you. We're helping you. They're gone. 40 out of 44 people that were in his cabinet said, no, he's evil. He's an idiot. And so, well, now we were just talking about, who does he have now? He's got
Steve Bannon is back.
Steve Bannon's out of prison. Got out of prison just in time to set the country on fire.
He still has Miller. Still has Stephen Miller.
Stephen Miller, Stephen Miller, who's Jewish, by the way. Yeah. And he's got JD Vance, whose wife is an immigrant. Indian. She's an immigrant. She Indian? I think her family is. And then you've got, it goes JD Vance, who's also a clown. And then you got Roger Stone, clown. And you got this list.
RFK Jr.
RFK Jr. who's going to be in charge of our health.
How can that be? Yeah. He's anti-vax and he's going to be in charge of vaccines?
Yep.
What the fuck?
Well, it's an interesting thing because here's how I...
What? He's rubbing his temples. By the way, he just did the picture of America today. What the fuck are we doing? What the fuck are we doing?
Here's what makes no sense. We've always been a reactionary country.
Amen.
Always. Something bad happens.
We don't think it through.
We're reactionary. We're going to fix it and make sure it doesn't happen next time.
We're going to put a lot of bodies in front of it till we fix it.
Right, exactly. So we're not very proactive. We're reactionary. So in 2016, when he won, everyone was like, "What?" Mm-hmm. And then we saw 4 years of what he did. We've already seen the template. We've already seen, like you just said, people are bailing. What was it? Something ridiculous. Like the numbers, like 60 Republican senators and congressmen would not cast their ballot to approve him to be their GOP nomination. They're like, we're not backing him. So even within his own party. So being a reactionary country and we're not doing anything about it, we have 2016 happen. We know the game. He hasn't changed his rhetoric in 9 years.
It's gotten a little more dementia. It's gotten way dementia.
But he has no plans.
No. Hey, hold on. But he has concepts of plans.
So the thing that makes me go, I cannot believe he won, was because he, like you had said, he literally, Project 2025 literally was a handbook handed to the American people going, when we get into office, like in 2016, you didn't know what he was going to do.
Lube up. That's what Project 2025 is, lube up America.
Yeah, he wasn't doing, you're like, I'm not sure what he's going to do. Let's just see. Like some people, even including myself, we're a capitalist country. He's a businessman. He sucks at business, but let's see what he does rather than being a politician. Desecrated, fucking horrible job. But he moves in now with this Bible of the game plan that we all know. I know you didn't read it. It's 400 and something pages, but there's been plenty of information out there to see.
Pages.
Is it 900?
It's 900 pages.
I didn't read it, but I went and watched all of the stuff of the highlights of what it was going to do. And basically they just said, we're starting this on January 1st.
Yep.
This is going to be our Bible. So if you're a Democrat and you're looking at this, or even a Republican who's conservative, fiscal, or whatever your position is, but you're reading all of the other stuff like the public education issue, dismantling the federal employees, getting rid of cutting Medicare and Social Security.
They're going to end it.
Yeah, good luck with that. Then you're going to have a series of how many desolate, homeless.
They don't give a shit.
They don't give a shit. Right. Well, that's because, yes.
By the way, had they thought it through, they wouldn't have the plan.
as I forget to remember that it's a capitalist country and we don't matter. We're the collateral damage of
politicians. Out of the 33 industrialized nations in the world, 33 countries, so 32 out of the 33 have figured out how to give everybody health care as a human right.
Yeah.
To quote Elon, there's going to be some hardships.
There's going to be some hardships.
The 200 billion guy went, you know what, guys, they're going to have some hardships. So Musk. So I had 2 Teslas. I bought the cars because the guy was saying, he started out, I don't know if that was, it had to be a grift too, because he said, we're going to change climate. He goes, we are on our way. We have to get off this planet. We got to get to Mars. You know, we have to save this humanity. And I'm like, all right, that sounds like a good idea. I'm in. Bought 2 of the cars. Next thing I know, the guy moves to Texas and he became crazy. It's funny how you as you get older and you get wiser, you realize that people, just because they have money, does not make them either moral or make them geniuses.
Yeah.
He may be, he's also on the spectrum, which is why he doesn't seem to. You ever watch him tell a joke? You ever watched Elon Musk tell a joke?
Oh yeah, it's like a robot telling
you. No, he's like, yeah. So he laughs at it. It's the weirdest, most uncomfortable thing I've ever seen.
I'm being human.
Yeah. Working very hard to be human, and I may have pulled that off. Okay, so let's go over what down the road is. He just got elected. So what? Race called me and she goes, "Am I crazy?" I go, because I'm sitting here with my sister and her husband, who are hardcore right wingers. We don't talk about politics because she loves her sister and her brother-in-law. And she goes, he got elected and no one had any. They were just like, oh yeah, in 4 years, Sherrod Brown wants to run, and he's kind of in the middle. I think it'll be all right. And they started talking about 4 years from now, the next election. And she goes, they don't know there's not going to be a next election. and I go, yeah. And I go, he said it.
Yeah, he wants unlimited.
He's going to do what she did. He's going to do what everybody does. Yeah, what Putin did. He's going to do that. And they're just talking like it's not going to happen. What's that day look like?
What did he say? If I'm elected, you'll never have to vote again.
Never have to vote again.
It's like when he says these things, people just go, and then it's like, oh shit, you're not taking him serious
until the day we're there. And then we're like, motherfucker, he said it. He said it. He said it.
Well, the positive is, at least on our side, we were on the right side of this all along, and we've been trying to warn everybody. So don't fucking come here and say, you know, we told you so
from day one. No, well, we're gonna get a lot of like, fuckers, he won, fuckers, ha.
Oh, it's already.
God bless. Well, God bless. You right. You know what? You deserve what you deserve it. You voted for him. You deserve it.
do your quote, the quote that you started the opening.
Oh
with.
man, I got to tell you, Thomas Jefferson, and this has made me feel a little better because this shit's happened to some degree before. Because Thomas Jefferson said, "You elect the government you deserve, and you guys who elected him, you deserve what's coming.
Yeah,
because this, and you deserved last time what was coming because you voted for him last time." You guys don't even know what he did before we had COVID. And I've said it. I'm so tired of saying it because it doesn't. You know what I'm thinking, man? Maybe we should just quit the podcast because we have busted our ass to be. And the fucking media doesn't tell you. We tell you the truth every time, and people just blow it off. We've been clear. I do research. We fucking give you facts. We cite all the information, and people are like, yeah, it's a good podcast. No, motherfuckers. We're telling you the truth. Whereas Katie Tur on MSNBC is going, well, you know, I believe that maybe the Democrats had she just not gone after black males as much and made all brown people. I'm like, first of all, do you hear yourself? And second of all, you made the man sound fucking normal. He's not.
They also
he wants to fuck his daughter.
Oh, he also they also didn't listen to the historians that said he was the worst. His generals. They didn't listen to his generals.
The guy he's hired.
Yeah. They didn't listen to his vice president.
The guy that the most Christian dude ever won't go to dinner with another woman. He's like, this guy not good. He tried to get me killed.
They didn't listen to all the economists. They didn't listen to
economists said because of the tariffs, the economy's going to crash. You guys don't understand. Yeah. The depression started because of Smoot-Hawley, which are tariffs. What are you pointing yourself?
Yeah, we're going to pay for it. We're paying for the tariffs.
How do people not get what he doesn't know what a fucking tariff is? Guys, I'm going to say it one more time. I've said it over and over again. TV costs $100. He puts a 20% or 100% tariff on it. That TV now costs $200. Mm-hmm. You pay the $200. Yeah, not China, not Samsung. You.
Yeah.
So if he puts a $100 TV, makes it $200, you're paying the $100. What the fuck is he talking about? But you know why he's doing it? He's couching it in this thing that they're going to pay because he can't figure out how to back up the next tax cut that's coming for billionaires.
Yeah. You know who else they didn't listen to? Fucking Bruce Springsteen, Beyonce, Eminem. I mean, these
Beyonce's
top
clearing up some stuff that she party with a dude that's in trouble, right?
Oh yeah, that's all right. Yeah. So take that. Okay,
but Springsteen's not.
Take that proposition off.
How do you like not listen to Bruce Springsteen?
Yeah, he's the boss. He's the boss.
Yeah, you didn't listen to, but people. So what is the and they're talking about on the news and they're trying. What's the disenfranchisement of these people? What is it? And again, it's they don't have, so they need to blame somebody instead of going and get like I had to deal in my life. People always say, you fucking Hollywood elites. Titus, you're getting paid by the Democrats. I'm like, I started laughing. I'm like, yeah, the 48,000 or 200,000 views we get on something. You're right. They're just funneling me money to make sure that they get over the top. Yeah. You know what? We're not doing well in the polls. Let's get the Titus podcast on our side. So
I can tell you, the studio upgrades are fantastic.
Thank you, man. So it's not happening. We just tell the truth because I love this country. My family's been here 400 years. My entire life depends on the First Amendment. And you guys voted for a guy that motherfucked us before. And I said this before COVID, he had put tariffs on the farmers and the Chinese in Venezuela canceled all of our contracts. Mm-hmm. All the agricultural contracts got canceled. So then what he did was after they lost billions, 24% increase in farm bankruptcies. And then he had to bail them out with $24 billion, which is your tax money. Yeah. And you guys voted for that guy again. Again, this is a motherfucker that couldn't sell water. Nope. Speaking of selling stuff.
Speaking of farming, HelloFresh.
Yes. Yeah.
The holiday season. Are you ready?
Go ahead.
I'm going to read it.
Let's talk about HelloFresh. Do you know what HelloFresh is?
Yes.
It is
in-home delivery.
Dude, and here's the thing. It's not like they deliver you. Sometimes you get stuff in food, you get stuff delivered from a real restaurant. It's not that good. You're like, this tastes bland.
Yeah, it's leaky. Yeah.
It's definitely leaky. And that guy took a bite. When you get HelloFresh, it's like this bag of this amazing, and you can order your own stuff, what you want. You can order what you want off the menu, and they send it to you. And you got these bags stacked up in our fridge, and you open it, and it's got a card on how to cook the recipe. You cook it, and every freaking time we've had it, it has been amazing. Have you eaten anything yet where you're like, eh?
No, nothing.
Nothing. Yeah.
And I don't even, sometimes I'll just kind of vaguely go through the menu, which is like, honestly, it's like a little comic book. It's the easiest thing. But sometimes I'm just looking past and I'm like, okay, yeah, a little bit of that, but it's still fucking good. The holiday season is just around the corner. Cue the hassling me for the way I read this. And we're all looking for...
So Ray's usually, wow, it just goes how inept we actually are. We should never run for anything. Yeah. Maybe you should have glanced at it.
We're honest, okay? And we're all looking for ways to spend and stress less. HelloFresh makes mealtime nearly hassle-free with delicious, home-delivered, chef-crafted recipes that come together quick and are less expensive than takeout.
It is. That's true, by the way.
Get 10 free meals at HelloFresh.com/free Titus. That's free, FREETITUS. Applied across 7 boxes. New subscribers only, varies by plan. That's 10 free HelloFresh meals. Just go to HelloFresh.com/free Titus.
And I cannot. So you guys know us. We don't have advertisers that we don't use, and we don't have advertisers that don't give us a product that we love. HelloFresh has been great. Was that the last the thing you're supposed to read?
Yeah.
It is so good. What was it? Let's give them the website one more time.
HelloFresh.com/free Titus.
Yeah, I guess after all the shit I've talked about Trump, free Titus, maybe something on a picket sign. Yeah, it might be on a picket sign at one point. Guys, HelloFresh, use it. It is damn good.
And the other thing about the products that we pitch is that we use them for a long time, like for years.
Yeah, we've had, man.
It's like part of our lives.
Yeah, we don't actually. Ray's mercenary. Ray will book anything, and I'm like, no. She goes, well, we're not doing that. I go, because I don't use it. It's kind of lame. Now she knows. She's like, she'll go, I got to bring this to you. We got the advertisers. What I did. I'm like, nope. Like flat out. So just know that we use it, guys. We use it. We wouldn't give it to you if we didn't use it. So let's go over foreign policy. Did we talk about foreign policy? You and I did, but did we talk about it on there?
But not on the mics.
Okay, so here's what's going to happen. So let's say, Trump is on Putin's side. We know that he talked to Putin 7 times while he had top secret documents in his shitter at Mar-a-Lago. We know that. We also know that he lied about the top secret documents, and that's one of the cases that is now going to disappear because he's the president now.
Yeah, enemy within is him.
Enemy within. He is the enemy within. Yeah. Exactly. The enemy within. Perfect. Here's what happens now. So Trump pulls all our funding out of Ukraine. He's got the House and the Senate. It's over. Zelensky's fucked.
Yeah.
So that ends. Putin takes Ukraine. Now he's got all this agricultural reserves. He's got a stronger country. Then he goes into Poland. Then he goes into the other two. Who are the countries that got added to NATO? Was it Sweden?
Yes.
Finland. It was Sweden and Finland. Was it Finland too? Yeah, I think it was Finland. Finland kicked Russia's ass once before. He goes into Sweden and Finland or Poland. Either way, NATO's in disarray. We've got this chaos agent now who doesn't care about keeping NATO together and has said repeatedly, I will end NATO.
Yeah.
Says it over and over again. Then you get the BRICS countries who are getting together, China, everything. David said something brilliant, and I'm glad we have thinkers on the show. He just goes, well, Taiwan's over, then he's going to let China go into Taiwan and we're not going to help them.
Yeah.
Even though we have a deal to defend Taiwan. Right. So once that happens, and I've said it before, when do world wars never start on?
Thursday.
I say Thursday, but yes, Tuesday. It takes about 3 or 4 years. We are now there. And at that point, and a buddy of mine, I talked to him on the phone on the way over. He called me for help, and I was like, I got nothing, man. I got this one. I got nothing.
Yeah.
He said, I'm worried about my kid. His kid's in college. My kid's in college. What world are they growing up with now that you got this? You got a 14-year-old. What world are these guys bringing up? And we have boys, and I have a daughter too who's 22. She just
draft age in
4
years. 4 years.
Yeah. Yes. 4 years. Yeah. Jets now. Jet could go now. You're
mine are out. Mine's are 29 and 26, but they're 29, 24.
My daughter just lost all her rights to her own body. Fuck it over. So the repercussions of you 15 million Democrats not voting, you just fucked the whole country.
And let's also remember too, I know everyone's like, well, we just need 4 years and then it'll be somebody else and hope and change.
Yeah, no.
But we just talked about 2 Supreme Court justices who probably will retire in the 4 years that he's in office, which he'll replace them with 2 more highly conservative
Thomas can't wait to
judges.
get out. He's going to get in that motorhome and drive.
So now you've got those people will be your Supreme Court justices for the rest of our collective lives.
Yes.
Probably.
So now that means he'll still have 6. that he'll still have 6 on the court.
Yep.
And let's say he does something crazy and expands the court, like they were that Biden was talking about to do, but didn't have the balls to do. Sometimes, listen, sometimes to save democracy, you got to take bold moves within democracy. And between Merrick Garland and Biden, look, Biden's been around for 50 years. I love Joe Biden. I feel sorry for the bastard because he had to come back. He was done. And we had him come back to beat this guy. But fuck, man. Here's how misogynistic and America is. They wouldn't elect a woman over the worst human being we've ever seen.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Twice. And they think they're all like the black woman. No, got to have the white male. And the only guy that could beat Trump was a white man. Mm-hmm. That's fucking wow.
And I think I read something
England.
recently. Yeah.
Woman president. Germany. Fucking Germany.
Yeah.
Fucking Germany.
Where else?
Did it before us.
New Zealand.
New Zealand before us.
North Korea. He's a lady, right?
And listen, people are going to say, oh man, you guys are overreacting, man. You know, and I want to go, no. We have a record.
Yeah. We're not overreacting when he gave you the plan. And literally, he was not kidding. And how many years ago when he said I could walk into Fifth Avenue and shoot somebody, nothing would happen. And you're like, that's ridiculous. And it's like, okay,
yeah, he
hasn't spent a day in jail.
No.
As far as I know, in 9 years.
A million died on his watch. He's got 58 felony charges. He's got 34 convictions. He's been fined $81 million for slander. And the judge said he raped Eugene Carroll. He owes $400,000 in back taxes he cheated on. And he's got all these cases pending, and that's all going to go away now. Do you understand? Yeah. Like, this is Hitler historical. Like, this is like 100 years from now, they're going to talk about how the fuck did this guy get away with that? If we survive.
We handed it over.
Yes.
What's interesting about these numbers is that Trump got 3 million less votes than he did the last time where he lost.
Yep.
And he beat Kamala Harris with 5 million over that.
5 million.
Dude,
yeah.
We just handed.
She got 15 million less than Biden did.
We just saw the total. I just saw the total. It's the most insane thing. So all these people that thought, well, you know, it's no big deal. It's you know, they got it. They got it.
Revisionist history kicks in. Donald Trump got 71 million votes in this election. In 2020, he got 74 million votes. In 2020, Biden got 81 million votes. In 2024, Kamala Harris got 67 million votes. So this right here is not a Republican victory. This is a failure of Democrats to turn out and vote.
Exactly. 13 million.
Period.
So
you're going to learn some shit.
At one point, I felt like, before hearing these numbers, I felt like, oh, fuck. This country has really shifted far right? The citizens
he lost
here.
support. He lost a fuckload of support.
Yeah.
In fact, Republicans were like, I can't vote for this guy. And what Democrats thought, and they did it on Hillary too, they thought, well, we don't need to vote. He's going to get his ass. He's an idiot. Everybody knows he's an idiot. They fucking stayed home and they fucking lost. They didn't just lose an election. I'm going to make a prediction, and I made a prediction about martial law 8 years ago. I made a prediction about how the stupid shit that's going to happen. I couldn't have guessed on the pandemic. I couldn't have guessed. Mm-hmm. But everything else we said was going to happen. We are going to be in 2 years the darkest place America's ever been in. And by the way, please, in 2 years, if we're not, play this back and shove it up my ass. But we are going to be. Women are going to be getting arrested. For going out of state for abortions. You don't think they're going to pass a national abortion ban?
Of course they are.
Fuck they are.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking A, they are.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go. That pot will not be legalized anymore. You will actually it'll be a federal crime. They will crack down on it. We are blessed in one way. We live in California, but that could change. You know what I would say? Part of me is like, well, you know what, man? We're California. We pay $238 billion in taxes, and a lot of that money goes to the shoeless, toothless states.
Yep.
I say we just go, you know what? What if we just kept that money and built a fence? What if California build a wall?
Yes.
Let's build a wall, because we'll get the fucking wall built.
And we could do an invisible
We don't
one.
have to do all the, we can, we can
Actually,
do
with the
invisible,
high tech
with
we have,
lasers and shit.
you know,
Right.
we got
We'd
this-
have some fucking Silicon Valley guys.
Exactly.
You would just try to cross. What happened? It's a
Apple
bug zapper.
wall.
It's a human bug zapper.
Where'd my leg
basically.
go?
Yeah, exactly. That's wow.
I have 2 legs. Oh, they're over there.
Where's the wall? Oh!
Somebody go pick up Stumpy.
Well, the good news is it's cauterized. It's a laser, so my hands are gone, but the wound is
But I'm
cauterized.
not bleeding out. So like I can be a monument to the people who want to break into California.
So what I also don't understand is what is in place that we don't know. So Elon Musk is now going to obviously be in charge of something. NASA, whatever. Elon Musk can be in charge. Elon Musk has 300 government contracts. Do you know that? 300 different government contracts. Now, I will say this when it comes to SpaceX and versus Boeing, SpaceX has done an amazing job. And the weird part is that he's been talking to Putin. We used to buy, before Elon Musk, we bought all of our rockets from Russia, and they were way more expensive. So we had basically put our space exploration in the hands of Russia, of Putin. Musk stopped that, but then he starts talking to Putin. Putin asked him to turn off his satellite system. What link? What's it called? Skylink?
Starlink.
Sorry. He asked him to turn off Starlink so the Ukrainians couldn't coordinate their battles and couldn't track them. And he did. And then we turned it back on. But I don't. It's like, it's fucking supervillain time. When did we fucking live in supervillain decade? It's supervillain decade. I mean, I thought Nixon was bad, but I look back at Nixon fondly now. Oh, he did some tape.
That's cute. The double peace
come
sign.
here, Nixon. Come here, you knucklehead, Nixon.
Get on that fun ride on the helicopter.
He eavesdropped.
Yeah, exactly.
Give me your hand. Give me your hand.
Yeah, stop it. Stop it, Nixon.
Let's go get a martini. You got caught.
And now we've got supervillains. And the problem is, you guys can keep telling me that's not going to happen. We already saw it happen. You guys, I'm going to lay this out. This is a man who closed the pandemic response team worldwide that Obama had set up because he didn't like Obama, because Obama made fun of him at the press dinner, at the correspondence dinner. He closed down all the pandemic response teams. We had a pandemic after that where there was no pandemic response teams because he closed them down. He then blamed the pandemic on the little guy who helped cure AIDS. And you guys fucking bought it.
Yeah.
That's how stupid America is right now. George Collins says, imagine how stupid the average person is, and realize half of the people are stupider than he is.
When you say can we just ingest some bleach and kill it, and then
a cleaning.
And a major corporation has to send out a massive disclaimer saying, please do not drink our product that the president told you could possibly cure.
There was also ivermectin. Ivermectin is horse dewormer. So they had to put out a thing. And there's been now 32 different studies on ivermectin. It doesn't do anything. In fact, the fatality rate went up by 2%.
Yes. And the poison control centers, the phone calls were spiking from people trying this fucking ivermectin or whatever, drinking bleach or whatever.
Which is very funny. So you don't want the medical community that worked on an mRNA vaccine that basically is not, they don't shoot anything into you. It basically tricks your system to it copies the virus. It tricks your system to think it sees the virus, activates your immune system to react to it. So nothing gets shot into you that's dangerous. Mm-hmm. And you wouldn't want to take that. That was done in a lab under sanitary conditions. Yeah. But you went to the fucking tractor place.
Yeah, exactly.
and you bought horse dewormer.
Or fucking aisle 5 at, Kroger's to get your bleach.
Bleach at Costco. Get the big one. Let's go to Costco, get the big one. Why? Because I'm going to do it like a cleaning. So we now...
I got a big family.
And the one thing these people, I hear... And I think the biggest thing the Democrats make a mistake about is that they're not aggressive enough. They're not like... They're like, well, what did we do wrong? You didn't. She didn't. I don't think she missed a thing. What I do think, someone said, George Clooney is dead to me because after getting rid of Biden, after saying, but then again, we can't have, it's so funny how they were bitching about Biden has dementia. They watched Trump have dementia every day and didn't say a word about it because he's their guy. That's what the part I don't get. When did we stop being critical thinkers and go, that's wrong, we should fix that?
Well, where's the disconnect? Where's the disconnect where you look at somebody and go, that's my guy to run the country? And that same person, if it wasn't him, having those same characteristics, you were like, he's not fucking fit to run, to be the head of like the bowling league.
Right.
Yep.
I'm not going for Jim. Jim's out of his fucking mind.
Always cheats.
Yeah. He cheats. He's flirting with my wife.
His bowling ball is gold.
He doesn't pay dues.
Yeah.
No one's ever been paid for winning the championship last year. We're still waiting. And so you look at that, those just basic characteristics.
A guy you wouldn't be a friend with.
Yeah.
A guy you wouldn't invite to your fucking house.
But that's the guy I want to make my medical decisions for me. For my daughter and for my wife. That's the guy I want running the country. That's the guy I want walking into the situation room and you're talking about, war with another country and sending troops over and possibly starting another draft.
Yep.
Who knows?
He gets the nuclear football again.
Yeah. Yeah.
He gets here, man. Just whenever you do, here's the codes.
Can't we just bomb them?
You can launch nukes. He wanted to nuke hurricanes.
He wanted to nuke hurricanes, and he wants. And once again, you can't dismiss the things. Just listen to what he's saying when he said to the general, "Can we just send the military in to break up these protests?" And they're like, "You can't use your military against your own people."
But that's going to happen now.
Of course it is.
That's going to happen now. My sister said, I call my sister. You guys, my sister worked for the Harris campaign, and she talked to her last night before the thing, and she was just like, I'm so stoked. I left it all on the table. It seems like it's going to go well, and then it fucking came apart. And again, it came apart for one reason, because Democrats didn't show up. I can blame these people all that, but there's nothing we're going to do to change these people's minds. But you fuckers didn't show up.
Didn't show up.
You didn't show up. And if you're listening to me right now and you're thinking, wow, man, I didn't vote. You're part of the problem. You sat there and this is a threat. I mean, General Kelly said this man is, and Milley too, this is a threat to democracy. Trump is a threat to democracy.
He's a fascist.
And you didn't vote? Okay. Then again, you elect the government you deserve. Mm-hmm. I did my part. I voted. You voted?
Yes.
Did you vote?
Yep.
Absolutely.
All right.
Fuck yeah.
So we get to talk shit. I just want you guys to know.
Yeah.
I've just now cleared
we're in
you to
California.
talk shit. Yeah.
We're Democrats in California. And
and we are fine. Right. Exactly.
We're like, here's it in the bucket.
We may not be fine, though. We may not be fine. He really hates Gavin Newsom. And what's going to happen to Liz Cheney? Jesus Christ. He said, was he going to go after Liz Cheney?
The thing that he basically, and once again, did you listen to him when he said, he's going to go after the people who were against him. That's his first thing, cleaning house and getting rid of the people who aren't his loyalists or who like Adam Smith, all of these.
Adam Kinzinger.
Kinzinger was
Jack Smith. He's going. Jack Smith is done.
Right.
Jack Smith. By the way, all this, the evidence that Jack Smith has, he should be sending out to all of us right now. He should literally upload it. Upload it.
But it's like no one's like, they're like, oh, he's just because he says so much bullshit. And then he says these other things and you're like,
then he tops it so you forget. Then he
right.
tops it so you forget. Then he tops it the next day so you forget.
And it's literally like opening up a Far Side cartoon when you're like looking at the calendar. And it's like, what funny thing is he going to say today?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what he does. Every day he comes out with something when you're like, oh my God. So what's I don't remember. I sent a quote. I'll look it up while you guys.
All right, go ahead. And now we have. I saw you.
If you're a Democrat, you're going to have to run faster. Okay, and you're going to need Fitbod
to
get in shape because we're about to enter the Walking Dead era.
I just want to say I am much more.
Oh, that's for real.
Yeah. It's taken almost two. So November. It's 2 years now. It's 2 years.
I've known you since you had pool noodles for arms.
That's what Ray calls it. She goes. You had noodles. You had noodles. My body fat's down to like 18%, which means I've lost 5% body fat. I've worked out with Fitbod. It tracks me on the daily. It gives me different sets. There's like, let's say I do a set one day, I'm doing like chest and arms and abs. And so when the next thing says, what do you want to work today? It won't light those up. Right. It's like, no, you awesome. Did that. You already did that. You already did it. It is the best system for working out. I've worked out my whole life sporadically.
Yep.
I've never made a difference in my body weight. I've never made a difference in my muscle. I've just kind of stayed, all right.
Yeah.
Fitbod has got me into shape. What was I doing yesterday? I worked out yesterday. I was doing, rotator push-ups. And by the way, because it gives you the exercises. So you put in an exercise and it goes, and you can work out for 15 minutes or an hour, all the way up to an hour, 15, 30, 45 an hour, right? Hour 15 if you want. And so it's giving me rotator push-ups. And when I first started doing rotator push-ups, oh my God, because it's 9. You got to do 9. I don't have to do 9 push-ups. No. You have to do 18 push-ups and you have to do it. And then you have to turn your body and reach to the sky.
Reach up, yeah.
So everything, your core is activated, everything's activated. I used to do 6 and I did 9 I did 4 sets of 9 with no problems. The difference listen, you want to live longer? They say, how you live longer? Muscle. It does a bunch of things. It basically protects your joints. So when you fall, you don't get hurt. So the more muscle you have, the more tissue you have on your body, the longer you're going to live. And the more muscle you have, the longer you're going to live. Muscle also creates these, it's endless. That's why you see guys living to 90 that working out, and you see guys dying at 62 that don't. So go ahead.
Well,
how do you get
like frailty?
Frailty,
especially if you
don't
fall.
want it.
It also, working out really increases your bone density. So not just is it the padding for the muscle, but your bones are stronger. So when you're going to fall, you're going to, you're going to fall on your bike. Yeah. At 80.
But I'm going snowboarding this year and I'm not worried about it at all.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about it at all.
No, you look fucking great, dude.
My chest is bigger. I'm doing it gives me, so Fitbot also tracks you with AI. So what happens is whatever you're doing is as long as you keep, if you do what it says, the next time it'll go, hey, you did let me ask you something. You did like 20 push-ups last time, right? You're going to do 25 this time. Then you said 25. I'm up to 33. I do sets of 33 push-ups now, which for 4 sets. And then it gave me 39 on incline push-ups. And I was like, Fitbot, you need to back it down. You have Fitbot, you have more faith in me than I have in me.
It's like a drill sergeant a little bit.
Get off your ass, Titus. Yeah. So what would one training session cost with a trainer? More than that.
Lock in and stay focused. Join Fitbot today to get your personalized workout plan. I'm really trying to overdo it.
It's good. So I like it, man. I like it.
Get 25% off your subscription or try the app free for 7 days at fitbod.me/Titus. That's FITBOD.me/Titus.
Yeah.
I can see the graphics going by here.
Yeah. And it's not so it'll give you it gives me a thing. I have a 4 to 5 times a thing and it keeps track of it. It's like, you're right, you 3 more away, you threw 2 more away. And it's weird. It's created this thing in my head that I've already programmed my phone for the workout for today. I haven't done the workout yet, but I've already programmed. The phone's telling me what I'm going to be doing today. So I'm already wrapping my mind around this all workout.
Part of the great feature of that is that it just does the work for you. Like, you don't have to think about, if I'm not using it, I got to go, wait, am I doing legs today? Am I doing, you know what I mean? It's just let me just
check it. Just flip to the calendar, tap it, and go, what did I do last week? I forgot. Oh, right there. So I went back, and then you can switch it up. So I did then you can just go, it's also got this thing where you can turn off all the weights if you listen in your hotel room or something, body weight.
That's cool.
They'll kick your ass. My God, the body weight workouts. So sometimes I'm like, I want to do a body weight workout. How many burpees? And I will tell you this, at the end of every workout, I am alive. I am healthy. I feel like I've accomplished something for the day. Guys, Fitbot, we've now been advertising for them for over 2 years now. And I will tell you, it has changed my life. No bullshit. We talked about NATO. We talked about what's going to happen. We talked about China. We talked about, and we don't even know domestic policy, what's going to happen. I mean,
he didn't have one.
He's never had one. Concepts of a plan. But why in a country based on the rule of law and all men are created equal, are we fine with this one guy getting away with everything? He's got away with his whole life. I was telling my buddy, I was saying, I think he's got this, his frequency is perfect for loser. Like, if your life isn't working out for whatever reason, they think, oh, well, he's not smart. I can see it. I'm not that smart also. Yeah. And he's a billionaire. I can also be a billionaire. And they forget to remind themselves that his father was pretty smart. His father was arrested at a Klan rally in 1927, by the way. But his father handed Donald J. Trump $400 million when he died. Handed it to him. He then lost it all, went bankrupt 6 times, kept getting loans because he had enough properties. We had to keep private people going. They didn't want to lose their money. He's now like $2 billion in debt. During his presidency, on his own, he didn't divest his companies. He made $2 billion, and his son-in-law got $2 billion from Saudi.
Yeah.
And you guys put him back in. I have to be honest, guys. I'm like, I have no faith in America right now. I have zero faith in America.
Even
the Democrats bailed. Didn't
Yes.
fucking get the guy. They bailed. Then we got the right wing who can't even see what I think we've listed all how many times the guy fucked up, and they're like, yeah, that's still my guy, and we're supposed to be this free and equal country, and they would I ain't voting for some black woman, and I just. He's killed my faith in America, man. And I know some of you guys are enjoying that. God bless you. Good. I'll enjoy my pain.
I'm with you. I feel like, okay, so these numbers that he dropped, his popularity dropped. So, and the Democrats really fucked up bad. This is like a fucking oops. Now we're fascist. Oopsies.
Yeah.
But the fact that it wasn't, even with those numbers, that it wasn't a fucking landslide of like when all these like states started going like this one goes to Trump, like whoa, what?
Did he cross?
How?
Yeah. Did he cross 300? No, 277.
277.
So he barely got over the line.
Yeah.
And the final count, they're going to when they get the final count, you're going to see even in I think of 7 states, it's a difference of just a few thousand votes in each state. It could have gone either way.
Jesus Christ.
So, but that actually. What's the word I'm looking for? Magnifies the fact that the Democrats, had we shown up and got the 13 million, I thought we were going to match Biden's at least.
Yeah.
Because
that surprised me when we only got 65 million votes. That's
off 13, 80 to 67, 80 million for Biden, 67 for
that's
Harris.
Insane.
Yeah.
That's insane. Like how do you guys how do you not vote?
I don't know.
I'm even more upset now. Like I thought it was like, oh, okay, so I'm not seeing the world the way they do.
Latinos really screwed us.
Oh.
Yeah. No, it wasn't the Latinos. It was the Democrats.
Yeah. So yeah, that
because he got less votes.
He got-
by the way,
right.
don't feel bad. He's not more popular. He's
Right.
less
He's got
popular.
less popular.
He's less popular, which means people went away. There's Republicans that left him.
Yep.
yeah.
And then Democrats left Democrats. But what the? Because you didn't want to vote for him because you thought he was going to win. What? Like we can't even go back. There's no do-overs in a democracy,
Nope.
motherfuckers.
How did we sit this one out? How?
I don't know.
At that huge number of 15 million. I'm sorry.
Are
15 million.
we just knee deep in it? Are we just so far in it? Is that we just need to? Because we do this every week. I sit down and go over the news. I watch the news. We have the Armageddon update. You know, people depend on it. And is it just because we're knee deep in it and people just have their lives? Do people not vote because man, eggs are expensive? Gas is too high.
Probably.
I remember when Bush was president, when W was president, and gas, the Iraq war was raging, and gas was high. And the Democrats were like, oh, man, this president, man, the gas is too high. And then the Republicans said, hey, the president has nothing to do with gas
Yes,
prices.
exactly.
And yet the second it was flipped, they were like, no, man, it's all the president's
They
fault.
campaigned on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's also we're
Ted
comparing.
Cruz won.
Yeah, we're comparing.
Democrats.
We're comparing it to the Biden, which was maybe we'd have to look at other numbers over the years, but COVID probably caused like a big surge, right? So Trump really clusterfucked COVID.
Well, you got to remember, he changed. So Trump did something that Goebbels did for Hitler. Trump came out and he said over and over, best economy. We had the best economy at the best economy. Where Obama had to come out and go, yeah, for the first 2 years because it was my economy.
Yeah.
You can't turn a ship like fast like that. I can't. You guys don't even know that. I mean, you may not know this because we keep up with it. Obama handed Trump 3.6% unemployment and 7.8% minority unemployment, and Trump just rode that. And the stock but any problem that came up, Trump couldn't handle it. Fucked farmers. He screwed up COVID. 1 million died. And then you guys just spot that, yeah, the economy was better when Trump first took over.
Well, that's because he says, like I said, he takes credit for things that he didn't do.
He's going to do it for
somebody else. And yeah, any transition of president, the first 2 years of your first 4 years in office, you are basically riding what was left for you.
Right.
And so he was riding on all the good stuff and then took credit for it. So
maybe we get to survive for the first 2 years and then it's World War III dictator.
Because you got to remember, guys, you need to actually what Biden has. Say what you will, he's old, but he has empathy and he understands people. He knows right from wrong. Trump doesn't know right from wrong, never has. And so if you got it, and it's all self-preservation. also he's a very weak, cowardly man who needs to look strong. And guys like that, bullies like that, they will push it to where and now you give a bully a baseball bat, he's going to start swinging it. Well, now he's got the nuclear codes. He's, when he's put into office, he has the nuclear codes. So now if anybody gets froggy, he's got his legacy. We are so fucked. And I hate saying that, guys, because you know me, man. I'm like, I'll find an upside. Okay, let's do that. Let's do the next commercial, and then we're going to talk about the upside. We're all going to figure out how to make this work. All right?
All right.
That's the last chapter of this hellscape that we're talking about.
Day one.
You know how to live a life where you're not fucked?
Now,
Use AG1.
AG1. I had it this morning with lemon. I actually put
Did I
lemon
have
in
this
it.
morning?
I put lemon in this morning, yeah.
It is. It's so good.
Yeah.
You guys have always said that, and I just started using it, and it does. I can,
So AG1, you know what it is?
No.
So it's this green powder. I can sell it to David. So AG1, it's so this guy had gut issues, and he started to come up with, and nothing he would use, like the vitamins he was taking were hurting his gut, so we started formulating all these nutrients and everything he needed until his gut stopped hurting. Well, then he realized he'd invented this thing that basically had 72 different nutrients, adaptogens, all this kind of stuff in it. And he thought, I wonder if I can sell this. So what I love about the product is that the dude it wasn't some weird kind of cynical, I'm going to come up with another supplement. The guy was like, I'm in pain. Let me fix this. He fixed it. Rachel, for years, has had stomach issues. She started taking AG1. She doesn't have them anymore. It gives you like honestly, the sense of wellness I get. I had it this morning because I figured I better get in shape because Armageddon is coming. And it started today, day one, like you said. It is just by far, it's the best supplement. You don't have to have a cabinet full of vitamins and pills that you're going to pee out in a bright orange or yellow color anyway. And it tastes good. It's a green drink. So you pour it in the thing, it's green powder. And listen, we've all gone through these things where I'm inspired, I'm going to eat the green stuff. And then you got to like take a minute. You're like, okay. Right. It tastes so good. It gives you a sense of well-being. And tell me what's in it.
Oh, what's in it?
Yeah.
All right, hold on. This is going to take a while.
Yeah, you should be. We don't have to list all of them. Just give me how many.
Oh, it's in there. We'll get to that. AG1 is running a special Black Friday offer for all of November. AG1 is a daily health drink packed with nutrients to help alleviate bloating, support sustained energy, and whole body health. So this holiday season, try AG1 for yourself or even gift it to someone special. It's the perfect time to focus on supporting your body with an easy and surprisingly delicious daily health drink. And that's why we've been partnering with AG1 for so long. Every week of November, AG1 will be running a special Black Friday offer for a free gift with your first subscription, in addition to the welcome kit with vitamin D3 plus K2. So make sure to check out
I use that too.
drinkag1.com/Titus to see what gift you can get this week. That's drinkag1.com/Titus to start your holiday season off on a healthier note while supplies last.
Is that everything we're supposed to read?
Yes.
Guys, do me a favor. Google it. Go AG1 and see what's in it. Because that cabinet, you got all the vitamins in, you can just clear it out. You can just clear it out. Plus, they're all expired anyways because you keep forgetting. How many of us just keep forgetting? You're like, I'm going to take my multi. Oh my God, they're 1987.
Yeah, you open the thing and they all come out the clump.
Clank, clank. Oh, I can't eat all of that.
Oh, but it's penicillin now. All right.
All right. So here's my now I need you guys to help me through this. Now let's get Titus through this. There is no guardrails. If he's got the Senate and the House, there's no guardrails. And again, Democrats, had you voted, Ted Cruz would be gone. Had you voted, we would still have the Senate and or the House. Had you voted. So you guys are sitting there, you 15 million who just decided, she's going to win. Thanks, man. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate the dystopian hellscape that you brought upon the nation. And it's your right, too. It's your right. You deserve the government you elect. If he's got no guardrails, which means we have to put our faith in guys like Josh Hawley and Lauren Boebert. Okay, so help me through this. I need some help. Find an upside and go. 4
years.
No,
he can't run again, right?
He can't
unless
it's 2 terms.
Well, unless he changes that.
So All right. So check this out. All right. So he's got the House and the Senate. He also, I believe that there's a reason that Lindsey Graham in one golf game went from he's the worst thing that could ever happen to America to he's my guy. I believe that Trump played the Epstein Diddy thing and has videotapes on everybody.
That has been circulating early on because his hotels in Russia, the hotel in Russia, he's
Putin has it, yeah,
and he's fascinated with KGB spy techniques.
Yep.
So, and then all of the people in Congress that go on to these international junkets, they stay at a Trump Plaza or a Trump hotel, and
or Putin, yeah,
or yeah, and then he's got cameras in the room now because, like you had said, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but for somebody to sit there and go, that man is he's a Hitler, he's the worst thing, he's a joke, the Ted Cruz stuff, to going, Donald Trump is my guy within what, 30 days or 60 days?
Lindsey Graham literally one golf game said he's the worst thing to happen to America. I know Joe Biden. I love Joe Biden. Say what you about Joe Biden. He's a friend of mine. And Trump is the most dangerous thing to ever happen to America.
Boom, watch that.
One day, yeah. So he's on the screen and he goes, here's what I got of you.
Here's what I got on you.
And the guy goes, oh shit.
Because there's too much flip flopping.
Lindsey would a lot more style with Lindsey.
Too much flip flopping so quickly and so easily and coming right out there without any hesitation.
And you know he has nothing on Liz Cheney or Adam Kinzinger. Like that's like if someone comes out hard against Trump, you go, that guy's clean.
Yeah.
You know why? Because there's nothing to, so how do we get out of this? We don't unless some people step up in Congress and stop him. We don't even have, all we're going to have is Democrats bitching and whining and nothing getting done.
Right.
Well, now the problem is, here's the other thing. If you guys didn't even think about this, again, thank you, 15 million Democrats who just refused to vote. He can now put in, because he's going to get every judge on every appellate court, every federal judge approved. Eileen Cannon is such a bad judge that she was reversed by 3 different appellate courts, and Jack Smith tried to get her off the case. She's now going to be Attorney General. Eileen Cannon.
Yeah.
So, which means, she'll, whatever he's got on her, she'll do anything for Trump. This is where I've lost my faith in America. Yeah. I love this country more than anything. My family's been here 400 years. We don't own shit. We didn't do anything. We were just cogs in the wheel drinking with the natives. I'm guessing that's what we did. We didn't own anything. But I will say this, my faith in America is at the lowest point it's ever been, because you Democrats knew what was at stake. You fucking knew it. You fucking knew it. And you let it go. And you let it go.
We'll see you next week on Cars with Titus.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah, we're gonna compare we're gonna compare the Rivian with the Tesla S. We're gonna do a comparing, because I got a Rivian. We're gonna do that. We're actually gonna do an episode like that.
I don't think you have it in you to not feel the oppressive authoritarian government and not speak out about it.
Well, the problem is, if we keep this podcast up, I will feel the oppressive authoritarian government.
Physically feel it.
I just want to go on record as saying I've been with you on the last 2 horrible American tragedies.
Yeah.
And so I think I can't be friends with you anymore, because I was with you on 9/11.
Right? He said this last night.
When 9/11 happened, Titus,
what did I say?
Every single studio shut down in California except for us. And we went into work, and he said, because America needs to laugh right now. So that was the first American tragedy. And then last night,
you could make it sound better than that. I took everybody aside and I was like, hey guys, listen, we're kind of, and then I said, and we're going to do an episode about terrorism. And everyone looked at me like I was insane.
Yeah. And then the other one was last night. We were together with Zach.
Yep.
And I was like, I'm with you now on the downfall of democracy.
Where were you with COVID?
Maybe it's us together.
Yeah, that might be cloud.
So maybe there's a plane going to crash into this building now that we're sitting here hanging out.
I'm figuring in 2 years I'm going to move. So I'm not with you when the launch codes get activated.
Yeah, when the war games gets in.
Maybe we should just become like explorers and just go up in the mountains and get it. Yeah, I don't.
It seems very bleak. It seems really bleak right now.
That's the word.
But it's a different kind of bleak from 2016 when he got elected, and you're like, well, what is this guy going to do? I mean, he's completely incapable of doing the job. Now that we see he's incapable of doing it and what he wants to do, there's much more bleakness attached to it because
we know
what he's capable of doing now because he's shown us and said it and kept saying it and nobody believed him. And now it's like, well, like you had said, it's like, I keep going back to the quote, you deserve the government that you elected.
Yeah.
So don't sit there and go, can you believe what's happening? And I'm like, yes.
Yeah, you elect the government you deserve. Yes, you did it. And if you don't elect the government you deserve, if you don't vote, you get the fucking government you deserve. Yeah. You get the government you deserve. Guess what, guys? God bless you. But, I read, here's the thing, what I do. And everyone goes, it's homework. I get the pamphlet and I read the amendments and I read, okay, who backs this person up? All right, what is that real? Because sometimes it'll be like this person's backed up by the police, this one's backed by the fire department, this one's backed up by the unions, this one's backed up by Bob's PAC.
Yeah,
it's like I'm not voting for Bob's PAC because I don't know who Bob is and then what the fuck is his PAC? So I vote for the guy who's backed up by a bunch of other people, and I read it because I fucking believe in democracy. And if you don't believe in democracy, you get the democracy that you deserve. But you gotta do? You gotta get some good clothing to survive the Armageddon that's about to come.
Well, we're dressing like ninjas today.
Yeah, man. I don't know. We all got black, because we got to hide against walls and shit now. You guys on that podcast? Nope. We just blend in. So this is a new company, guys. We got the name of it's Public
Rec.
So I'm gonna get home this week. And on my got off the plane from the gig we did last week. Thank you. We had a great shows in Timonium and in where the hell were we last? Oh, in Arlington Draft House. Great shows. This week we're going to be in Columbus at the Funny Bone, and then we're going to be in Kentucky at Comedy Off Broadway. So there's a package waiting for me, and it's from Public Rec, and I'm like, oh, I must have ordered this when I did some weed oil. And because sometimes, when I used to drink, I would get packages that show up, and I would be like, "What the fuck is this?" And then I would go to my banking, and I would go, "Oh, okay, I guess." Oh, and the order was always 2:30 a.m. I'm like, "Okay, all right." So I get this package, and I open it, and it's this beautiful pair of suit pants and this black T-shirt, very well wrapped. And the pants I got out, and whatever the fabric is they are making it, there's nothing like it. I used to buy a lot of other. I'm not gonna tell you the brand, but they were like good. They were a little stretchy. The level of quality that I got off these pants, and I put them on instantly because I've been traveling on it. I put them on. I put the T-shirt, best T-shirt I've ever put on. I'm not telling you. And I wear these T-shirts all the time. I love these. This one I have the one black one and it's dirty. That's why I didn't wear it today. The Public Rec T-shirt, thick, tight, tailored. Great. Tell me about the company, because I don't know. I just got this week, but I wore them all day after my travel day, and they were awesome.
Let's be real, guys. Wearing dress pants sucks. Who decided that stiff, uncomfortable jeans digging into your family jewels was necessary? Well, I'm here to tell you that those days are finally over.
I will say that my jewels were fine.
Okay, see, it's good.
They were actually supported as if on velvet.
Public Rec has developed the revolutionary Deal Maker pant that feels as comfortable as sweatpants.
They do, man. Do they look? And they came in 34s. I'm tall, so I get the 34s.
Oh,
they do. They're comfortable, and they were 32, 34s on it because of Fitbod and not drinking. I have lost weight. I'm 32 now. But sometimes, depending on the pant, the 32 will be too tight. They were perfect, and the length was great.
Upgrade your wardrobe instantly and save 20% off with the code Titus at www.publicrec.com.
And get those T-shirts, guys. I'm telling you, they were so nice. Keep going. I just want to hear you do this again.
There's more to come. Call to action.
Oh, wow. You're not supposed to read that part of it. All right, go ahead.
This section is mandatory.
So whatever this is about to say, I want you to know, I wore this stuff already. It's great. Go ahead.
Stop suffering in regular pants, guys. For a limited time only, our listeners get 20% off when you use code Titus at checkout. That's 20% off.
That's a big discount.
Yeah,
20%.
Especially for the holidays. That's 20% off with the code Titus at publicrec.com. After you purchase, they'll ask you where you heard about them. Please support our show and tell them we sent you. Say goodbye to pants that put up a fight, because when comfort meets style, you found Public Rec. Yeah, please support the show because we are not paid by the Democrats, obviously.
Yeah. By the way, that's the craziest. Like, how dumb are these people? First of all, I love when I get comments on the YouTube thing because we did. What did we do last week? Though, right before the election. Oh, we did the thing that he's
un-American.
Was that last week?
Yes,
he's un-American. Yes. And by the end, I'm screaming. And then he did the graphics where like the building starts to come apart. My hair catches on fire. I walk out with my hair on fire. It's pretty fun. It was pretty fun. We did really good views on it. It's great. And then I was going through the comments because you said that if I respond to the comments, sometimes it helps engagement.
The algorithm, yeah.
So I read, I heart people. Thank you. That's cool. Then it's like, you're a fucking idiot, man. None of that happened. You're lying. You're lying. I can't believe you're getting paid by the Democratic Party to do. And I was like, what do you think this is? Like, what is your small world that you live in that you think some podcast that I did to basically just fill time between my gigs at the Chuckle Hut? What do you think like this podcast is like that we are in? Like, I mean, we do fine numbers. We're deep into almost 500,000, but it's not Rogan's podcast. And the Democrats are paying you, sending you money to tell the. And no, we're just actually reporting the actual news. People, we will tell you what's really happening. If the next 4 years, Trump is awesome, if he got some insight the last time because he doesn't want to look like a fool and he turns this around and becomes the best president we've ever had, I will be the first one to say when he does good. I'm telling you, my job is not to just shit on Republicans. It is not. My father was Republican. My aunt and uncle, who I love dearly, Republicans. My job and our job here on the Titus podcast is to report the fucking truth. Not like MSNBC, which is owned by a fucking right-winger. Not by CNN, which is bought by a billionaire. We're just fucking a bunch of douchebags trying to figure out how to get through just like you. So please tune into the Titus podcast. Also, do me a favor. Go see the shows. Go buy some of our merch. Because we don't charge you to watch. A lot of guys do a Patreon. We don't. Yeah. And come to this week. This week we're going to be in, I told you, Funny Bone in Columbus. And then we're going to be doing
Lexington, Kentucky.
Yeah, Lexington, Kentucky, comedy on Broadway.
Yep. The other thing about Democrats is like, they're not telling you to fuck off. That's what we're going to do. They're not going to put money behind, how we fucking talk to you, dumbasses.
Wow.
They don't say dumbasses.
Hey,
we do.
They love you.
What?
They don't. Let me say. They're used to me saying shit like that. Don't you say shit like that. You love them. I do. Although you should, one day we should just record the shit you and I talk about when I come into work. Because we're like, what the fuck is going on? Like we came in today. I was like, all I said was, what the fuck? That's all I got. And then I walked in the office. Aren't you worried? Look, I've never, Trump's the only politician that got elected, and the first time and now that I have been frightened that he got elected. I wasn't frightened when W got elected. I wasn't frightened when HW got elected. I think I voted for W once because of the 9/11 thing. I wasn't afraid when Clinton got elected. I'm afraid this guy's malevolent.
Yeah. Am I worried? Yes. Comparison to 2016, a lot more. Because in 2016, like I said, it's like, well, what's he going to do? What's the worst that could happen? And like you had said, surrounding himself with smart people because he's not a politician. That's the best way to run a cabinet. Is like, I don't know exactly what to do. Let me get the biggest and brightest, which he said, I got the biggest and brightest. And then they all left him.
Yeah, they all said, holy shit. Yeah. They were like, this dude's out of his mind.
So yeah, because of he's just so unstable.
Yes.
And with everything that's happening in the world around him, this is not just an American problem. This is a Russia, Ukraine, North Korea is now fighting with Russia. And then you got China and Taiwan. And then you've got Israel and Gaza with all the stuff that's happening. And then you put this guy attached to all of that, having to make a decision who to side with, who to be with, who to support, who to defend. I'm like, that's what makes it unstable.
It's a biblical perfect storm.
Yeah.
It's literally Revelations. So wait, so the most powerful nation in the world that has a military bigger than what the next six to get put together.
Times
so
six.
we are that massive. So that kind of power, that kind of destructive capability that we have, in what you just laid out scared me, because you just laid out that we've got all these fires burning around the world right now. We've got all these, and then we got, on top of that, we've got climate change. We've got all these companies that want to keep pouring poisons back into the water. We've got Elon Musk who has connections to all of our tech.
And we've got Project 2025.
Project
The first thing is federal is to replace all of the federal employees who aren't Trump loyalists and the cabinet members who are just for Trump, which there's no checks and balances anymore within the civic arena to say because like we talked about before, when a president takes over, Democrat to Republican, Republican to Democrat, they come in, they've got about 4,000 cabinet positions that they have to fill with their own people. Those are the heads of. And then under those,
CIA, DOJ.
Right. And under those are all the civic
FBI.
employees that don't have an attachment to any party. They work for the American people. So those are the consultants, the doctors, the lawyers, the military, all of those people. All of those people then dedicate their time to then go to the people who were appointed by the president to go, this is what he's asking. This is what we know. So please tell him he's erasing all of that because he believes the federal workers are the enemy within. He just wants to replace them with Trump loyalists who will then turn around and go, what is this? And they'll tell him. And he's like, nah, it's not it. Well, don't worry about it. And they'll go, you're right. Okay. Instead of raising the red flag, which their job is to protect all of us. Mm-hmm. That's our checkpoint. He's getting rid of all of them to create an army of loyalists who will just do his bidding. And that is more frightening because that's when you're like, well, how's this going to affect me? Well, we talk about RFK doing the head of the CDC.
The crazy brainworm guy. Captain Brainworm is going to now be in charge of your health, the government health.
Gutting Homeland Security, gutting the FBI.
Yep, he said he wanted to do that. Gutting the DOJ.
Cutting the public education system and then funneling that money to private organizations.
Killing
creating a Christian nationalism.
Education department to put Bibles back in schools.
Yeah. So therefore, you're like, well, how's this going to affect me, mom and pop, in wherever in my state? It's like, well, if you have a child who goes to a public school in the next 4 years,
or a grandchild,
you may not have a public school to go to. You may be forced to go to a private school, and the money that was supposed to be paid to public goes to private. But you have to come with a Bible. They have to learn religion. Well, I'm not Catholic. Too bad. These are the Christian nationalism stuff. It's all in Project 2025.
Yep.
And they told you this is what's going to happen
on
day one.
They told you. This is, by the way, they told you a couple years ago. Like, when did the project? This year, like 2 years ago?
It happened right after. Well, it's been around since this. They started it way back before Reagan and Bush, but the 2016 is when they ramped up the new one because when Trump was elected in 2016, nobody thought he was going to win. They believed on the polls that Clinton had this. So when Trump won, his cabinet was not ready for the transition. No. They didn't have places and people to fill these positions. And there was 2 years into his cabinet and 2 years into his presidency, we still didn't have an international foreign affairs person.
Right.
So they're like, that day one gets solved. So right now they're working from now until January to implement and find all of the people to immediately on day one just go, hi, bye. Are you a Trump loyalist? Yes, you stay, you all go. And then it just all moves in seamlessly in January. That's their plan. That's part of, again, Project 2025. If anybody paid any attention to it.
Didn't I say this section was supposed to be giving me some hope?
Yes, giving you
hope. I said I was supposed to
yes.
get hope on this section, right? So I told, so again, I had two people call me about the upside. Titus, you was always talking me through this. Because they know that I keep up with it because of this, and you're actually on top of it. Thank you, man. We have you on more. That's really because I
know a few things, but not like it's
you know as much. So I said, what? I said, if you know history, what fixes this? And he goes, what do you mean? I go, well, if you know history, what's the one thing that will change this? And he goes, what? And I go, a war, a war, massive destruction, people, massive body count. And then people wake up to the fact that, wow, we've been dumb for a long time. It's what happened in the 40s after World War II. These guys came home and they were like, we can't do this again. I saw horrors I don't want to see anymore. You kids are going to college. You're going to learn how to be smart. And that happened. So that happened in the 50s. Those kids got smart. They went to college. They got graduated. They were in the 60s and they were in their 20s. And they started going, oh, fuck. We got Kennedy. We started having this progressive agenda because we realized that the World War II didn't fucking work. And now we realize we had all these fucking bombs now. All right, let's get smart. Let's have critical thinking. Let's figure this out. Then Kennedy gets shot. All of a sudden, everything breaks off. They come in and they start Vietnam. Now, Vietnam's coming in. Now you got all these educated kids who are like, no. No. We were taught by our fucking grandfathers and our fathers that you don't fucking go to war. This is the dumbest shit ever. There's no upside. And then they got sent to Vietnam. So then you had this really well-educated proletariat, which someone told Reagan when he was governor of California, you can't have an educated proletariat because what happens then is you have a bunch of people that are going to protest you. They will not do what you say. So what happened is that Reagan as governor, like you used to be able to go to college in California for $300.
Yeah.
It's 5 times, 10 times that now. But Reagan did that then. He went from 300 to like 3,000. Then when $3,000 was a lot of money. So Reagan actually cut our education budget. Well, what's happened over the years is we've just gotten stupider. We've just gotten more dumb and more dumb and more dumb. So then you get the next generation. Well, that generation got basically the 70s and 80s, which was just disco and gay people. And that's how they diverted us. We danced and we had fun. And then Clinton came in. When Clinton came in, we got the personal computer. The personal computer we had all. Now you got to remember when the personal computer came out, even I was a dumb kid at the time. And I thought, wow, we are all going to have access to any and everything. Anything. How brilliant will we be? Well, we used it for video games and porn. That's what we did. So we still don't use it for anything. If we shop on it, it's just basically a catalog. The computer has turned into a fucking catalog. Yeah. And now AI is making it where you don't even have to learn anything to write papers anymore.
Well, actually, let me jump in. It's been weaponized.
Right. So then the computer's now been used as a weapon. It's no longer this magical thing that was going to give us all the knowledge in the world because no one wants to fucking work that hard. So we're still the same dumb people with all this technology. And we have video games where kids are learning that they can kill 55,000 people on the video game. And if they get hurt, they just hit reset. So they have no concept of war. They have no concept of pain. On top of that, then you go to fucking John Wick movies and you see a guy kill 10,000 people in an hour and a half and you walk out with your breath smelling like popcorn. We are living in the darkest of times and it's not even prevalent. You don't even notice it. So now you got my kid who's coming out of college and Jet's in college right now. He wants to be a comedian and he's working in college and like that. But he plays video games and he doesn't even think like this. So we have these kids that were raised with sports that don't have a score. Mm-hmm. They were never popped in the back of the head randomly for no reason. They were told they were perfect. They were told they were special. They have no fear. And they all get a trophy. And there's no good or bad. And so now we have that generation. Well, because of that generation, what's going to happen is they're going to accept going to war because they don't understand it because it wasn't passed down to them. Mm-hmm. It wasn't fucking passed down to them that this is a fucking nightmare. Even Iraq. Do you remember the Iraq war? What was going on? We were losing, at one point we were losing, I don't know how many we lost. We were losing like 1,000 people a week at one point in Iraq. And it wasn't on the news. Yeah. It was like bang. And then, now let's go to Bob with the weather. It was like that. So we've even, because of Vietnam, because they used to show body bags in Vietnam. Big thing that flipped Vietnam was they were showing coffins and body bags.
And they used to scroll the soldiers' names.
Yes, they used to scroll the soldiers' names, right.
On the news.
So, but Iraq went on forever. Afghanistan went on forever, but we didn't get the daily body count.
Yeah.
And so because we didn't get the daily body count, the fucking Boeing and McDonnell Douglas and Raytheon kept fucking building weapons. So now we've got this generation that doesn't understand the war, has never been taught it. And they're going to have kids. You get all these people that are talking about, we don't want to teach history. Well, what are you talking about? You have to teach history. It's like watching your relatives put a penny in a light socket. You learn what not to do.
You can't cherry pick.
No, you can't cherry pick history now. And so we've fucked ourselves and it happens throughout history over and over again. And the problem I'm having with all of it is that we did it to ourselves.
Yeah.
You know, if we were smart, if we thought through it, we wouldn't have had 15 million Democrats sit out. We wouldn't have this man. And I know Kamala Harris from California. I don't know her personally, but I know what she did when she was here. She was the fairest, most anti-crime. She was a badass here, man. When she would get in the Senate, she would interview guys. They got their asses handed to them. When she was AG of California, fifth biggest economy in the world, she handled it. You guys don't even know what she did, man. During when the fucking housing crisis happened, the banks offered California $2 billion for all the people they fucked over. And she went, no, we're going to court. And they came up to $25 billion.
She might have been the most qualified presidential candidate because she worked in all the branches of government.
Yeah.
And we said, nah. She
laughs a lot. She laughs a lot. She really laughs a lot. Yeah. She laughs a lot. So we are now at a place now where the only thing that's going to reteach us what not to do is the horrors of the worst possible fucking things that human beings do to each other.
I as soon as this happened, it's funny how we brought this up, because the first thing I did was I looked up how long did it take Germany and Japan to recover from World War II.
Yeah.
And it took Germany about 5 years, which is like, okay, that's okay. But it took Germany, 10 years before World War II with the authoritarian government. So, so it's 15 years of a nightmare for Germany. Took Japan a little bit longer.
Hitler was a lot younger than Trump, though. But we may have fucking Junior.
Yeah, we got J.D. Vance.
Jr. and J.D. Vance. Yeah. So it took 15 years?
15 years from...
Fuck, man.
And arguably longer, because he was really, playing.
How long did it take Japan? Same?
I think in the mid-50s. So 55 with Japan.
So about 15
on paper, they're like, okay,
about 15 years, 42, 45, World War II and 45, so about 10 years in Japan. Yeah. But Japan, you got to admit that Japan jumped on it, man. They were like, once Japan's cool, because once it was over, they were like, we're on it. Yeah. And plus we were there occupying them.
Yeah, but I think, I have to read more, but I think we also helped both of them get back on their feet.
Yes.
After we completely destroyed them.
Who's going to help us?
Nobody.
Yeah.
Nobody.
So we had to help ourselves yesterday, and Democrats again. 15 million of you didn't. Good job, guys. Good game, everybody. Guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. This is not my favorite podcast. I hate that we had to talk about this. And again, nobody gave me any fucking upside, but okay.
Well,
there isn't one. You're like, because there's not one.
Can't give you what's not there right now.
I can't make it up. But do me a favor, guys. Go see us in Columbus at the Funny Bone. My new show's called Doomed to Repeat. Weirdly enough, I didn't know it was going to be neat. It's about my family being in America 400 years.
You're like the fucking Forrest Gump.
Dude,
You're like central figure.
He starts to think. He said that last night. We're bowling last night. All right, so a friend of ours is the event coordinator for a bowling league. Talked us all into him and Zach from Titus to do it with this guy named Paul who goes with us, and we are slaying. We don't know what we're doing. No. And he's a pretty decent bowler. I'm just, if I hit the pins, I'm like, woo! We're 12 after what, 8 or 9 weeks?
10 weeks.
10 weeks. We are 1,200 pins ahead of the second place team. So we are in the finals next week.
We have a playoff next week. Single elimination.
So one game.
What the hell?
That's when Zach, our captain, goes, we're fucked. We're dead. We're just going to shit to bed. And I'm like, positive thoughts.
Thanks, Zach. All right, good.
Cash prizes. I think maybe a $25 Starbucks gift card possibly is on the line. I don't know.
We had so much. Last night was fun. I have to be honest. Last night was a lot of fun. And we had fun in the face of the entire country burning down. So go see me on the road, guys. Go look at my schedule. Go to ChristopherTitus.com. Go to Christopher Titus TV for all the stuff. I've got 9 comedy specials up there now that you can watch for free because, there's gonna be another lockdown or something. Not for a while, not till January, starting in January, but do that, guys. Get our there's new merch coming out. Ken and I are working on some stuff right now. And thanks for watching, thanks for listening, and we'll be here telling you the truth. I promise. Scream sanity. The louder they scream insanity, scream sanity back. Guys, thanks for watching, thanks for listening. And for myself, the lovely Bomb Sheree on the Highlander, and the amazing David Chatraw. Later.
Is there no God?
Yeah! What a way to end. Guys, thanks. Later. Bye. Hang tough. Scream sanity. Bye.